Hello and welcome back to 911 Scales. My name is Michael and today we are looking at the 911 GT3 RS, in particular a black one of the 991.2 generation equipped with the Weissach package. For the boys and girls who are tuning in for the very first time, thank you very much. I'm very happy that you are interested in my channel. With these model car reviews I'm trying to bring out some decent information so that you guys can make a good decision on your next Porsche model car purchase. As usual with these kind of videos, first up I will give you some general information about the model car, maybe we will also discuss a real car. Then I'm taking out my macro lens and we'll take the camera up close to the model and I show you all the details. And then finally in the end I'll sum up with some points and price, quality, details, rarity and significance. And then we form our scoreboard and then you can compare to some other reviews I've done so far. After the Porsche introduced the Weissach package on their 918 Spider hypercar, they introduced it again on the 991.2 GT2 RS and also later on here on the GT3 RS. For the model car it also makes some differences, so now we have a carbon bonnet, a carbon roof and also these magnesium wheels, but more on the details later on when we are getting up close. This one, I think this is Batman's choice of color, black on black. They also brought out a white version of this car. These two models formed the second batch of 118 scale models. The first batch were 4 118 scale models, one of which is this amazing lizard green model car behind me, which is my kind of taste. I love colorful models. More on these models in a later review when we are reviewing this lizard green model here, just an amazing one. This is also nice, also made by Spark and limited to 911 pieces. Also, like the other models, this one costed you 299 euros at your local Porsche dealer. Even though this black spec is kind of boring and does not hit my taste very good, the prices on these are actually kind of good nowadays. Also, the details are very well made and are plentiful. So let's get the camera up close and I'll show you all of them. Alright guys, so let's start here at the rear. Overall, this is a very dark spec and I think it'll be quite difficult to show you every single detail, but I'll try my best. As with most Spark models, the lights here look very well done and so do the grills here down right to the left of the exhaust and up here so that the engine can breathe some air. Even though it'll be very hard to see, the GT3 RS logo here looks actually very nice done. It's black on black, so it's very hard to depict right on camera. Otherwise, something which is missing is a third rear brake light, which would be situated here. Here I would say it would be nice if they implemented a little red decal so it would be possible to see it, but that's not the problem of this particular model. This is the problem with all Spark GT3 RS models in 118 scale, but actually this is a very minor critical point. Then something which looks very nice is the amazing carbon rear wing. I think Spark did a very nice job with the carbon pattern here, and also it says Porsche over the whole width of the model. So this is actually very well done. On the side, compared to the first batch of the GT3 RS models, this one does not have a huge GT3 RS sticker here. It just has a very tiny black one here, which is the same, which is also on the rear. Very hard to show you guys on camera. Something which is very nice, I would say, are the wheels. So these are the standard satin finished magnesium wheels, which looks exceptionally well. What does the model have, like most Spark models, are the steel brakes, hence the red brake caliper. Here, for this spec, I think I would have preferred the yellow PCCB ceramic brake calipers. What do you think? Let me know here in the card poll above. Also a lovely little detail which they implemented is this little thing here in the air intake, which is new for the 991.2 GT3. I think that is nice that they also thought about that. Again, another minor critical point are these air vents here above the front wheel. This here would usually be carbon fiber, and here they didn't implement the carbon fiber decals, which they, for example, used here on the rear view mirror, which I think would be nice if they also would have this here. The front actually looks really well made. Since this is a Weissach package car, this one gets a full carbon bonnet. Also it gets a full carbon roof, which has very nice decals like the rear ring. Then some other stuff they did here is compared to some other GT3s in the past. Here they have these knacker ducts, which are for brake cooling, like on the GT2 RS. These are very nice details and also are implemented here on this model very nicely. Otherwise, like on the GT3 Touring, for example, which I already did a review of, linked in the description below, you can see here the grills are very well done and sit perfectly in the bodywork of the car. Really like how the grills look. But the difference from the GT3, that this one does not have the better light option. This has the standard option equipped with only one light beam compared to the double beams on the GT3 Touring. The interior is mostly black, which I think on this particular model does fit the overall spec of the car. Again, compared to the GT3, this one has actually a nice interior, I would say. Here at the opposite door you can see the wonderful stitching they have implemented. The leashes to open the door are in silver. Then also stitchers on the dashboard itself look very nice, and look at all those wonderful graphics in the central console. They look also very nicely done. And here just the interior from another angle, so you can actually admire the carbon fiber steering wheel, which is a lovely option and something you actually maybe would never have noticed on this model if I would not have showed it here with my macro lens. Also the instrument details, the stickers will look amazingly beautiful. You can even see that this car is right now doing 0 kilometers an hour. And then the difference to the GT3 Touring, I think, is a very big difference, the quality of the central console. Sure, on the GT3 Touring you can also admire the controls for the air conditioning, the PDK selector, but something which looks better here are the stickers of the buttons themselves and the form of the buttons. So you can actually see that a particular button is used for enabling the sports exhaust, and the form itself is molded into the plastic, something which was not present on the GT3 Touring. On the passenger side of the car you can see in the front dashboard the plaque for the Weissach RS logo, which is present on all Weissach package equipped GT2 RS and GT3 RS. Another wonderful details are the seats themselves. They are also just black, but they have the Weissach RS logo in the headrest, which is very well executed. In the rear you can see the roll cage, which is on this model in silver, which looks also very nice. It's a great contrast to the overall black color and fits to the silver stitching and seat belts. And finally here, right through the roll cage itself, you can see the bucket seats. So these have also some carbon details at the rear, because in the real car these are all carbon bucket seats, and I think it's a very nice detail that they even included the carbon details on the rear of the seats. Very nice. Great job, Spark. I really like the interior of this GT3 RS, and I think the GT3 Touring really would have deserved something like this. Then finally, this model also comes with a wonderful display case and this display plate here with the GT3 RS logo, Weissach package, and in the rear also the individual limitation number. If you think this is a great model, then you're right. Especially if you don't have a problem with a black spec and you're actually enjoying black, this really is a nice one to get. Coming to our points, as usual, first up, price. These were new 299 euros. It's actually quite expensive, like the other ones as well. These nowadays are actually quite significantly cheaper. You can pick these up between the 200 euro and 250 euro range, which gives this model a 5 out of 10. Quality is great. Spark did again a very solid job, giving this here a 7 out of 10. Details are also great, especially interior I think is very well done. I take off a point because I really don't like an all black spec, giving it here a 5 out of 10. Rarity is a bit hard to judge. Sure, this model is limited to only 911 pieces, but due to the color I think these are out quite regularly for sale, giving it here a 6 out of 10. Significance is high. A GT3 RS truly is a highlight of every single 911 generation and is very much anticipated by everybody, giving it here 8 out of 10. Which means for our scoreboard, overall this black GT3 RS equipped with the Weissach package gets a 31 out of 50 and puts it here on our scoreboard. And if you like to see a detailed scoreboard of every model car review I've done so far, in the description below you can check out a Google Sheet. On there you can see all the scores of their respected categories. And before I'm sending you to some high resolution pictures at the end of this video, which by the way, these look awesome on a 4K monitor, I would like to say thank you very much for watching. If you like to support my channel, why not hit that like and subscribe button here down below. Really helps me out spreading the passion of Porsche model cars. And if you want to hit me up with a message, I'm always happy for a little chat on Instagram, also at 911 Scales. So that's it for now. Tune in for the next time when I'm exploring the Porsche model car world in 911 Scales. Thank you very much. Allah, ciao.